Hello everyone and welcome back to Getaway Crochet. Happy Sunday. Thank you so much for spending some of your Sunday with me while we talk about crochet things and projects and craft shows and other things that come up. It's 1:16 in the afternoon and I literally woke up like a half hour ago. I was up at 9 this morning and I was like, oh, I'll just go back to sleep for a couple hours. Well, it turned out to be like 3.5 hours, so here we are. But it's my day off. I can sleep in, especially since I can never nap anymore. Excuse me. I used to nap all the time. All the time. You couldn't get me to not nap on my days off. And now, yesterday, I tried to nap for like 3.5 hours, and I could not. And that is how it's been. Not that that's a bad thing. Since I started my new job, and I sleep at night, and I go to work every day, I can't nap, though. I have once not been able to nap. I have tried and tried and tried, but I am just not tired for a nap. So here we are. I'm kind of upset because I like my naps, but at the same time I'm not, because I can get other things accomplished, except for like yesterday when I spent 3.5 hours trying to nap and I should have just given up. But, it's a learning process, right? I'm really thirsty this morning. Sorry, I keep saying morning. It's afternoon. It's morning to me. Got my alligator cup here. For those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. Lisa, your girl here, is obsessed with alligators. I would love to have one as a pet. Not a cuddly pet, but as an animal to take care of respectfully from a distance. It's not going to be, oh, Mr. Cuddles, or any kissy, I'm going to hold you. It's a wild animal and it's very dangerous, but I would still like to take care of one. So I had one of my friends make me an alligator cup. It's a 40-ounce cup. It says a girl who loves alligators, and then she put some alligator pictures on there for me. But I got... I gotta show you my new thing I just ordered for work. Okay. So I get a cubicle at my new work job. My work job? Oh dear God. Maybe I should start with some coffee today. This is what happens when I sleep in so late and then I wake up and I'm like, oh crap, it's like after 12. Okay, so I have a cubicle and I have like a daily calendar, and then I have my scheduling book that I always bring with me everywhere, but I never look at it. And I wanted like a calendar, and I am so sorry about the background noise. I have the windows open because it's beautiful outside. Nice, it's like 67 degrees outside, so it's really nice. And unfortunately there's a giant plane going overhead right now, so forgive that. I ordered an alligator calendar for work. So I'm a little excited. Let me show you some of the pictures in it. This is just kind of creepy, to be honest. But I like it. I like that. I do believe there's a piranha in his mouth. It looks like the piranha that my husband and I used to have. But those are some... I don't think that's an alligator, to be honest. I think that's a crocodile, but whatever. That's February. March. I like that one. Look how close you are to his mouth. You can almost touch him. Yes, I'm a freak now. Okay. The little guy is my favorite. Hold on, let's go back to the little guy. I can never get enough of him. It's the little baby. He's having a good... Look how happy he is. Alright, so anyway, we're at this one. These are just beautiful, glorious beasts here. That one kind of reminds me of, like, if I was an alligator, kind of how I would be. I'd just be like, just spread out. All my glory. I love this one. I would love the opportunity, if I knew it wasn't going to kill me, to swim or be underneath an alligator as it swam over me. I think they have, I don't know where this is, but I've seen on TikTok where they have, like, chambers that you can go in underwater while an alligator swims around you. Like, you're encased in glass, so you're not going to get eaten or anything, or a crocodile. And that would be such a great experience. That's probably like in Australia or something, but... And that's November, and then we got December. So that is my new calendar that I'm excited about. After this year is over, I'm going to take all the pictures and pin them up around either my office here or my office at work. Because alligators make me happy, and I like to decorate. And I also found this. I forgot I had this. I'm debating if I'm going to bring this to work or not. I found it in my bedroom. It was on the dresser, which is now where my clothes that I normally would put in my dresser have to go because my dresser's broken and I haven't gotten enough new one. Other things take precedence, like buying yarn. I need to get a new dresser though here soon, so I can put some clothes away and clean off my husband's dresser. But so this was underneath it. So it's quite big, as you can see. I'm debating if I want to bring that to work or if I want to leave that one here and bring this one to work. It's just a little one I have here. So it's just sitting here reminding me that it exists. So anyway, enough with the alligators, but I'm really excited about that. So I've been, yep, that's what's been surrounding me lately, besides all this yarn, the scrap yarn, this new yarn, which I probably shouldn't say that I bought more yarn, but I can't help it. I wanted to. I needed it, right? I have all of the cubbies, so I have actually... most of the yarn that I have purchased recently, I have been able to fit on the shelves. Awesome. There's only a few skeins that I have not been able to fit, and I'm using them currently, so it's fine. We'll figure it out as we go. But what have I been working on recently? It has been a couple weeks since I've seen you, so I have done a few more. I had to start a new bag of the squares for the Roseanne blanket. So that's about half full probably right now. The other one could not hold any more squares. I have not counted them yet. I did get away from making squares this week. I'm making happy pill. I keep wanting to call them pill pockets, but that's what I give my dog. I'm making happy pills. Oh, I have an example of one here somewhere. Where'd it go? Where'd I put it? Again, my desk is a little bit more organized, but not much. I tried yesterday. I texted my husband. He was at work. He asked me what I was doing. I said, attempting to clean off my desk, and he laughed and he said, how's that going? And I'm like, I got to... Sorry. I got distracted by crocheting granny squares, so I tried. I made a decent effort, but it's still a disaster. He came home and the first thing I said was, look, my desk looks better. And he goes, yeah, it kind of does. And I'm like, yeah, I got distracted. I'm not ashamed. Okay, so anyway, back to the happy pills. This is what my happy pills look like. Inspired from Pinterest. This is as close to an amigurumi as I'm ever gonna get. So I like making them. I'm making one for everybody at work. So that's gonna go there to remind me I need to make more. But I'm currently working on one for one of the guys. This is actually like Kelly green, and it looks almost teal in the lighting because I have the window open. But anyway, it's gonna be green. And then the next one I'm gonna make, yeah, I don't know yet. I have to get done with that one first. So today I'm gonna be working on, while we talk, I'm gonna be working on, I am so sorry, I need to go take my allergy pill really quick and blow my nose. I don't want to do it right here in front of you, so bear with me for 2 minutes. Okay, sorry about that. Alright, hopefully that'll diffuse the sneezing. So yesterday, I'm super excited about this. So on Friday, while at work, I sent in an application for a show that I've kind of wanted to be a part of. Normally they have 2 a year. They do one in April, I think, March or April, and then they do one in the fall or the winter. This year it's in November. Excuse me, what is going on here today? Let me just hold on for a second. Make sure no other bodily actions are going to happen here. Okay. I think we're good. Okay. I'm going to try talking again now. What was I saying? Oh yeah, this new craft show. So I sent in my application. I immediately got approved, and I went online yesterday and paid for it. Now this is a little bit more expensive than I normally pay for, but that's okay. I have been working full time, working every day, so I am able to cover certain things I was not able to cover before, and thankfully everything worked out so I could actually apply for it. I got the early bird discount, which was... Sorry, I'm looking at the camera, and what you guys see is actually in front of me, and I see my little husky here moving around in the background. It's distracting. So I paid $350 for a spot. It's a 10 by 20 spot, and these shows are pretty busy. My experience has shown me that they do get very busy. Obviously they're not as big as the one at the Fargo Dome that we have in the fall, which I still want to be a part of, but I did get more information on that, and I'm going to, I don't think I'm going to be able to do it this year, obviously, because it's already filled up. So I'm going to apply around the time of the show, and then, or whenever I have extra money to do it, and then get on the list for next year. And I'll do it next year. And then I also want to do the show that's in the spring. Well, I'm going to see how this one goes first, but I know that the spring one gets a lot of people because 2 other crafters that I know do bigger craft shows. I always go to those, so if they go to them, that means they do good at them. So I'm excited to try this one. Yeah, I had to shell out a few more bucks than I normally would like to, but I think it'll be worth it. So I'm excited to share that with you guys. So we are going to be doing a lot of market prep on these videos lately. Like I said, I still want to do the corner to corner tutorial for you guys. Again, my camera does not want to sit up when I have it on a tripod. So I'm trying to figure out the best way to film that without it falling while I'm working in front of you. And also I have to clean off my desk, so I have a work spot. Or I could clean off a side table, but we'll figure that out. It's just going to be trial and error trying to do it, but I promise it's coming, I promise. Okay, so what I'm working on today, let's get into that. I'm trying to think. Was there anything else I wanted to share with you before we get to today's stuff? Let me just look around here at the disaster that is my house. I have not gotten any farther on the corner to corner neon blanket. I have not worked on that. I have been working on Roseanne squares for that blanket, and then I have also been working on Happy Pills, and then now I am currently working on... Let me grab a skein of the yarn, though, before we get into that conversation. Hey, Beanie. Excuse me. Twinkle. If you hear me call my husky Beanie, or Bean, his nickname is Bean. His name is Loco, but when he was a baby, his head looked like a little bean, a black bean. So, I've always called him my little Bean. So, I don't always call him by his real name. Most of the time, it's just Bean. So anyway, alright, so Red Heart Granny Square yarn. This, oh look, well, that's not showing up too bad. It has black, teal, mince, a yellowish green, and then like a jade green. It's called Black Cyberleaf. I absolutely fell in love with this one the very first time that I ever saw it at the store. I bought 3 skeins of it because that's all they had available, and they have not gotten any more Red Heart Granny Square yarn in since it came out, which is really sad because I know that they would sell it. So anyway, I really wanted to work with these colors. So I made one up, I think it was last Sunday, when I should have been filming for you guys. I was making granny squares. So I made up one. This is what it looks like, made up. Of course, it's not perfect because I don't adjust my tension. I just make a square. I made it so I could find out the colors, so I could match the colors to make my own granny squares. Yeah, it probably sounds like more work than it's worth, but to me it's not. Because granny squares are a mindless project that I just want to do. I don't want to have to think about adjusting my tension to make the colors work with these. That to me seems like a lot of work. So I went out and I got, those birds are really loud. We have a nest of baby birds that are on the top of our air conditioner, our outside air conditioner, and they're just out there chirping away right now. So all right, so I got, let's start with the center, which is a jade color. I actually got, let me see if I can find one with a label on it here. I don't think I have one. Anyway, I think I have the label here. I kept it. Here it is. Okay, so I got this color here, Loops and Threads brand. Now I couldn't find, Red Heart Super Saver did not have many of the colors that I needed, or actually I don't think they had 2 of the colors I needed. But I went 3 different places to find these colors, okay? Because I'm bound and determined to make squares that match to the closest of these colors. They're not going to be identical, I know. Because the yellowish green in here, the light yellowish green, you can't find anywhere. I have tried. I don't even know what that color is. It's so beautiful. But anyway, I found something that's similar. So this is Loops and Threads Jade. Oh my god. Oh, that's not working too well, is it? Ugh. There we go. Okay, we'll take my word for it. Loops and Threads Jade, the center color. And then, for the next color, which is that beautiful light yellowish green, the closest thing I could find to that was this one here. Now, it looks a little, I mean, it's very similar. It's also Loops and Threads, and the color is Citron. There we go. So that's the next color. Then for this color that's kind of like a light mint, the third color there, it looks actually darker, but I originally tried Red Heart Mint, and that was a little bit too light, and then I realized that I had this other color that I found in my stash that I was trying to get rid of, actually, and I'm glad I never did. Got stuff coming out everywhere here. So I found Karen 1 pound, and this is called Soft Sage. It matches perfectly to what the color actually is. So Soft Sage is color number 3. I don't have enough room everywhere on my desk, so I have these kind of placed all over the place, so bear with me. All right, and then the fourth color here is Real Teal. I knew that because I've used it before. I've had some for a long time, so Red Heart Real Teal is the fourth color. And then the last color is just black. I just used whatever black I had in my stash. So, based on this, I have made this. Very, very similar. I'm very happy with them. Now the color don't look exactly as they actually are because of the lighting in here. It's the natural light. It's not accurate by any means. But I am making bags out of, right now I'm making a bag similar to the one I made for one of the customers I just had for one, but the bags that I make and sell, if you're new to this channel, adjust my chair here, are these. So, they are 13 granny squares put together in a specific pattern, which you can find on Pinterest. And then I hand sew in the lining to each bag, and then add the straps, which is generally like a nylon belting. This one I kept for myself because I needed an example, and the rest of them I sold or gave away. So, But these are pretty popular, so I've had a lot of people ask about them lately, so I'm going to make them and have them at that craft show that I signed up for in November. But they are time-consuming projects. Obviously, the squares are the easy part. Then you have to put the squares together, and then after that, then you gotta buy the fabric to go inside of it, and then you have to lay it out and cut the fabric into the shape, and then you have to pin the fabric so you can sew in the fabric. And sewing is probably the least favorite part of the whole thing, but you make sacrifices to get a beautiful, beautiful product at the end. So I am making one in this shape of like the bag I just showed you, and then I'm gonna make like a square tote bag out of the same stuff, because I'm so in love with these colors. I want to make a lot of stuff with these colors, and I did buy like 2 skeins of each. I have 2 skeins of each color, so if I need to go back for more, I will. I also would love to make a blanket out of that, but priorities. I gotta get the small stuff. Who are you and why are you in my driveway? What the fuck? Okay, somebody is being really weird outside right now. Hope the door's locked. Max, guard the door. Watch the house, Max. Yep, stay with me. I'm not gonna get upset with him about that, because that was legit creepy. It's okay, Maxie. It's gone. Okay. Alright, that was just really weird. Sorry, guys. I normally don't get creeped out like that, but that was really weird. I couldn't see anybody in the car because the windows are tinted really dark. They pulled into our driveway and then slowly backed up and then just sat in the car for a while. It just made me uneasy, so I locked the door because my husband did not lock the door when he left this morning. And I trust I'll be fine because I have Max, but just safety. I told Max to guard, so he's doing his job. Anyway, okay, beyond. We were talking about how beautiful these squares are, how much I love the colors, and how I can't wait to make a ton of things with them. So right now my plan is to make, I have a lot of squares done for bags, so I'm going to work on bags for a while. Then I'm just gonna I only have 3 more squares to border, so I'm gonna work on those while we talk. And I believe this is Loops and Threads black, I think, or what's the other kind of, like, Vanna's Choice might be that. I don't even know. It's been in my stash for a while. I'm using it up to make room for new yarn. So anyway, bags are priority right now because they are taking the longest. I do need to make more Happy Pills because I did sell quite a few of them at my last market in March. I do need to check my stock. I know I have to make scrubbies, so I'm gonna have to make more scrubbies. It was honestly just people going over to the neighbor's house, but the way that they just did that, again, the vehicle looks suspicious. I don't know, whatever. Too much time at the law office, too much time at the sheriff's office. I'm like, that doesn't look right. Especially since we've had people that live on, that's north, east side of us. We have had several people renting that place, not recently, previously, that have been selling drugs. So I am very aware of people that pull up and do things in my neighborhood, especially because most of them park directly in front of my house. So, and half of them that, ironically enough, when I worked at the sheriff's office, I actually recognized quite a few of them, and they recognized me, which freaked them out, which was good. There was one guy that really scared, but anyway. Okay, I have to tell you about that. Okay, I was still working at the jail as a CO, and This is before we had the backyard fenced. And it was, trying to think which group of people it was. I can't. There's been so many that rent that place. The guy that rents it is pretty much like a slumlord. He literally will rent to the bottom of the barrel sketchy people. I'm not saying that the people that actually rent it now are actually very nice. They have a family. They're very decent. Yeah, they smoke pot. Like, I know they smoke pot because they smoke pot on their deck, and it comes right over to my house and smells and gives me anxiety. And anyway, whatever. Whatever. Smoke pot, be decent, don't have people coming in and buying drugs in your driveway. Which, as far as I know, they don't. I haven't seen any suspicious activity, so, since they moved in, and they're good neighbors, so I'm not complaining about them. I hope they stay a long time. I think it was 3 people before, because when people go there that are decent, they never stay long, because the landlord evicts them, for whatever reason. I have no idea. It's like he wants riffraff living in that house. I have no idea why. But anyway. So, back to this guy. So before we had the backyard, I got home from work, or I had the day off. Yeah, because I worked 7 to 7, and I worked 3 months days, 3 months nights. So, it had to have been on my day off during the week, or a weekend. I had to have been during the week. Anyway, so I took Max outside to pee, and while I do that, this red car pulls up, and this guy gets out, and I immediately recognize him. Couldn't remember his name, but I know he's been in custody before. And he catches my eye. I kind of was just slightly like trying to ignore him, exactly. And he looks over at me and his eyes get real wide. And we look at each other and I go, "How's it going?" And he goes, "Fine, good." I'm like, "Awesome. Just stopping in for a moment to say hi?" "Yep." I'm like, "Okay. Well, good to see you again." He goes, "Yeah, you too." You made him very uncomfortable, and I don't remember ever seeing him get out of his car again. I think after that he just kind of would pull up and somebody would come out to meet him or something. I don't remember. Or I just never saw him again, because it was only that one time that I saw him, I recognized him, and it really freaked him out that he recognized me and where I was from. And, I mean, whatever. I knew what he was there for. He knew I knew what he was there for. Or maybe he didn't. I don't know. But it freaked him out. It was funny. It was hilarious. I came inside and I was laughing, and I told my husband, I'm like, "You'll never believe this." And he goes, "Did he go inside?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He didn't stay long. He stayed 5 minutes and then he left, of course. So, and he was like looking around for me like when he came out of the house. It was really funny. I watched him through my window. It's really funny. It still makes me laugh. I love it. That's one of my favorite stories. But yeah, so I don't even know. Oh yeah, so we were talking about riffraff. But anyway, it was just a car, neighbors, friends, totally fine, nothing to be concerned about. It just, the way that they were pulling in was a little weird. So I'm always a little bit, my previous jobs have made me a little bit more, I wouldn't say paranoid necessarily, because I'm not paranoid. I'm just more cautious, because I've seen firsthand different things that most people don't get to experience. So we'll just leave it at that. So anyway, here we are on a Sunday afternoon, working on granny squares for a purse, which I may or may not put together today, or I just may work on a bunch of squares and then put them together at a different time. I haven't decided yet. We're gonna see how I feel later. But I thought we could just have a Sunday chat and crochet, or crochet and chat. I always call my sessions chillin' chats, but I don't think people know what that generally means. So I'm going to call it my crochet chillin' chat from now on, because that way people know, hey, it's a crochet and chat, awesome. It's not just chilling and chatting with somebody. So there's crocheting happening. Oh, I slept wrong this morning. After I went back to sleep, my neck's all like tense and stuff. I should go get some Tylenol. Just all sorts of pills this morning. Yeah, it's at the base of my neck and it's like squeezing my skull a little bit, so I'm gonna grab some Tylenol really quick. I'll be right back. No, you stay here. It's fine. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Alright, sorry about that. Oh. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh my goodness. I did not mean to belch. However, I've had it where one of the pills does not go down or gets kind of stuck, and then you can, like, then you burp because your body's trying to, like, make it go away. And you taste the pill, and it's just disgusting. Anyway, now we got all our pills in our system here. So Tylenol, allergy pills are all set. The only thing I don't like about this loops and threads yarn is the fact that you can never find the... I have yet to be able to find... Now, I pulled out a big... Oh my god. What is wrong with my throat today? So I can find the outside. So I would normally pick the thread from the inside, from this side, right? On these, it's like deep in the center, and you have to pull out like majority of it, and it does not come out easily. So I just go from outside. It's a pain in the butt, but I'd rather do that than try to find the end for 25 minutes. And then have a pile of yarn that gets in a knot anyway. So it's the only thing I don't like about the loops and threads stuff. I can find Karen's, I can find Red Heart, I can find anything else just fine. If they needed to change anything on loops and threads yarn, it's that you can easily find the end inside the skein. So that's my little complaint this weekend. But yeah, I'm just kind of just relaxing. I get 4 days off next week, and next Monday is Memorial Day, so we're closed. Tuesday I get the day off because I work the next Saturday, so I get Friday. Oh, no, I don't get Friday off. I wish I had Friday off, and I'd have 5 days off. I get Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday off, so I will definitely be making one or maybe two videos next weekend. Yeah. Max, your licking is very loud. He loves to lick. Oh, I didn't get to show you guys these cool bags. So at my craft shows from my March craft show, one of the ladies that's always at the craft show I attend, her and her daughter do it together, and she makes these little zipper bags. Now I make zipper bags too, but they're out of granny squares. She makes these little zipper bags out of candy bags. So, like, one of my favorite things to eat is Starburst. So she used a Starburst bag wrapper and lined it. And I don't know what she put over it, but some kind of a I don't know. I'm not even going to try to figure it out because it's above my brain capacity to do so today. So, but I love these things. I bought 3 of them that she had. I haven't had high chews in years, but I use zipper bags all the time, so. And these are just so cute. So I bought 3 of them, and then I ordered more. And I don't know when I'm going to see her again, but let me see if I can find a picture of the ones that I ordered. So when I see her again, I'll buy those, but, where are my messages here? Okay. So here are some of the bags that she made, and I can't wait to get my hands on those Tootsie Roll ones. And I love gummy bears. Gummy bears are one of my favorites. So she made those, and another Tootsie Roll bag. I said I'll buy them all. And she told me what the prices were, and she goes, I don't know when I'll see you again, but I have them here for you. And I'm like, yeah! So I am super excited about that, even though I haven't even put stuff in the ones that I just bought. I just have them sitting over here. I was gonna find something yesterday, but I got distracted by my granny squares. So I have one over here. Well, I did have one. It's now over there, but my Starburst one was over there to remind me to find something to put in it. whether it's like not money. Why would I put money in that? Whether it's like chapsticks or my chapsticks are all over the place. Um, oh, I hate unwinding from the outside. Drives me crazy. Sorry, just gonna complain about that a little bit. So yeah, I haven't worked too much on my scrap GAN granny squares right now because I want to get a head start on the stuff for the craft show since it's a 10 by 20 spot. I know I have a lot of product as it is. However, um, I've never had a spot as big as 10 by 20 before. So I don't and I don't have any bags. Bags have been really, people have been really interested in the bags lately. And I want to do zipper pouches because I'm out of those too. Zipper pouches, I can show you what I'm referring to if you're new to the channel. This was a practice one that I made. So I basically line them just like I do the, my God, you can't really see that. But it's hand lined. There's a zipper. I sewed the zipper in. It's made from granny squares, and you can put whatever in it. This was a test one. I just decided to keep it for myself. I have the bag hooks in there that I got. So that's that. So I'm going to make more of those. I also made, oh, I don't even think I have a picture of it. Shoot. I made a little coin purse with 2 granny squares and a zipper, and I lined that too. And I'm going to make those too. Again, it's a lot of work, but I love the finished product. The zipper bags, the zipper bags and the coin purses are not as tedious as the bags. The bags take like an hour or two to sew the lining on. You have to be very careful, like I can't even show, yeah, I can show you. I have so much stuff piled in front of this, it's just ridiculous. So, the issue, I can't really show you. Well, so when I cut the fabric, for instance, I have to fold it a certain way, and I can't cut it exactly so, and I have to fold it, like, for the corners and stuff. It's very difficult to fold, and not have, like, any, like, fraying happening at the corners because of how I cut it, you know? And so it's very time consuming to make sure that it does not the stuff doesn't fray. You don't have any bad edges. Everything is gonna not come undone, and it's gonna hold up. So, and I have what, five or more corners that I have to actually, like, specifically take time on. The straight edges, like, this is put together, this is crocheted together afterwards, but when it's laid out in the, let's see if I can find what I'm referring to here. When I've crocheted the squares together, but I haven't put the lining in or put the bag together in the shape that it's gonna be. What was I looking at? Oh yeah, Pinterest. Oh yeah, and you're gonna hear dogs barking because we have a neighbor. Okay, so I think I've told you guys before we get into this neighbor over here. I don't know these neighbors. I don't care. They're good neighbors. However, one of our neighbors from the north side used to call the cops on my dogs because they would whine and bark. However, there's a neighbor about 3 houses down the street to the west. Their dog is outside barking constantly. Constantly. For hours. Straight. My dogs have never been that bad. And I have yet to see a police officer pull up there for an annoying dog. No. They had to harass my dogs. Anyway, whatever. Crochet. Getting all distracted here. Should have some coffee. Ooh. Now I'm going to get distracted by Pinterest and just start looking on Pinterest for stuff. Focus, Lisa. You got to find the bag. You got itchies? I have like over 1,000 pins saved to my crochet board on Pinterest that I can't remember. Not even close. Now we're getting closer. Okay. 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 Sorry. Here we go. All right, so essentially the layout is like that. Okay. So as you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 corners that I have to be very specific on sewing it in there. And then only after the lining's in do I put the bag actually together and crochet it shut. And then I will put a border around the top, because the handles go in the corners, and I want them to be very sturdy and not pull the bag or stretch the bag. So that's that. But anyway, that's pretty much how I put the bags together. But I mean, I love this. You can put bags together so many... Wow, okay, there we go. You can put bags together so many ways, as you can see. So if you're interested in like finding out different ways to make bags, Pinterest, Granny Square bags, they give you all sorts of layouts. Now you can do that however you want. Now I know from my personal experience with bags, sometimes I have big projects. I make blankets. Okay, I make big things. I make bags. Sometimes this size of a bag is not going to suffice for a project bag, which is generally what I use these for, is project bags. So for the next project bag I make myself, I'm going to either make the squares much bigger or make it like a tote bag and make it huge. Because, yeah. There's that obnoxious dog. Oh my god. Oh, no, there's 2. Oh. Isn't that nice? Yeah. That's all that dog does all day long, and they just let it do it. They let it out in the front yard, and I think it's like a lab mix with something. It's not this size of a regular lab, but it looks like a black lab. I think it could be an English lab. It might be an English lab, I don't know, but it barks all the time. And I mean, it's a cute dog. It's doing its job. It's protecting its house. It's just, I wish that the neighbors would notice how obnoxious it is, because they're home. They go out and, you know, you can see them whenever somebody walks by. They come out on their door. But I don't know, whatever. I just, after having the cops called on my dogs twice for whatever they were doing, howling, barking, whining, it's just a little irritating when that dog is much more annoying than my dogs have ever been, and nothing happens to that. It's a little, but whatever. I took steps so it didn't happen again, and anytime Max is the barker, Loco is not. There are those birds again. So anytime Max starts barking outside, he comes inside. I tell him to knock it off. If he doesn't, if he starts whining, which is generally what happens after that, I just take him inside, because I find it annoying. I know that my neighbors would find it annoying, and I'm not going to let my neighbors be annoyed because my dog won't shut up. So, I am trying to respect my neighbors and the fact that they don't like barking and the fact that I don't like barking. And apparently not everybody else feels the same way. Where is my scissor? It's buried under all my crap. Alright. One edging done, which took forever because I was talking and not focusing on anything. I was so distracted by everything else. I'm like looking around, what else can I talk about here? Oh! Okay, let me finish this square before I get off on another subject here. Alright, now where'd my needle go? Where'd I put that? Oh, Jesus. Oh, dear God. Okay, what did I do with that? I had it last night. What did I do with it? I usually put it up here so it doesn't get lost. What did I do with it? Sorry, guys. Bear with me here. Never find anything I need. Oh, there it is. I knew it was around here somewhere. Okay, so I always weave in. I always weave in my ends and then tie them off into a knot at the end because I don't want them to come undone. In my brain, that just makes it more secure. So it's, oh my god. Okay, well, I guess I could cut the tip off of that. Yes, it's time consuming, it's pain in the butt, but it makes me feel better about my product. I like to make quality stuff that's not going to come undone. So it makes me have to take a few extra minutes and do a few extra things, but that's just how I am. I'm a perfectionist. So, another square done. And this is the practice one. Alright, I have 2 left, so we'll get those going. But anyway, before I get distracted on that, I was putting together a scrap square. Let's see if I can find it now. Because it inspired me to make a baby blanket. Let's see if I can find it. It's gotta be in this one. Oh my god, there's strings, ends everywhere happening. I have yarn scraps and ends flying everywhere. It's just a whole thing. Okay. Now this is important to me. I love this idea, and this was just awesome that this came together. Holy, have I been busy with squares. Alright, now let's see. Probably, I better put it in here. Here it is. Okay, so with the colors that were in front of me, I put together this square. So it has like a grayish white, then it has like a grass green, then it has like a charcoal gray, and then a light blue. And I looked at it and I thought to myself, that would make a beautiful baby blanket, these colors specifically. So this one's still gonna go, I made it for the scrap blanket, so it's going in there. But that I did not plan those colors. I just grabbed. I was like, oh, I think this will go with that. Oh, I think this will go with that. And then the end product inspired me to make. Specifically, I'm using. I have it tacked up here so I don't forget. Projects that I want to make that are really important and inspired. Wow, just speed down my street, huh? Woo, okay. Good thing there are no kids playing. We have a lot of kids on our block, so. I don't always like look out my window and like I'm not the neighborhood watch. I'm not. It's just like it was a really big car and it was going really fast and I'm like, holy crap. Anyway, so here is the square I came up with. It's the exact same colors except where I put white in the center. So anything that I want to make and it's important that I make it, I tack it up on like granny squares. I'll tack it up on my tack board. On my little stuff over here where all my reminders are. So I have one square done in the way that I want it to be. So I remembered to do that for the craft show because I want to make that for the craft show. That would be, I just love those colors together. I'm so glad that I was just randomly putting stuff together and that happened. So anyway, oh my god, I have such a, oh my goodness, this is a wreck. Oh dear. Oh dear. Might need some hoarders experts coming over here to help me organize this stuff here. Which I am not ashamed of. I'm actually using my stuff. It's not that I'm using it. It's just I lack organizational skills. I mean, I don't. Ironically enough, this is gonna make you laugh. I actually had an organizing business. A cleaning and organizing business, and I love to organize other people's stuff. I loved it. I was good at it. I hated cleaning though, but whatever. Organizing was my jam, so I love to organize. But organizing my own stuff, it really has to get to me. So I will, throughout the course of a week, I just kind of lay stuff on the kitchen table. I lay stuff over chairs. I lay stuff on the couch, and then eventually I pick it up and put it where it belongs. Or there's not room where it belongs anymore, so I have to find a new house for it. Which has kind of happened with my yarn scraps. And then I just keep buying more yarn because I get inspired by things. Or I get other ideas because I have whip-itis or project-itis or start-itis, whatever you want to call it. And so now I have an absolute disaster everywhere. It is literally spreading. Is bothering me, but apparently not enough that I actually am going to do something about it. But it will. It'll get there. I love to organize, so I mean, I don't like looking at a mess. I really don't, but for some reason it doesn't bother me right now. I feel like the fact that it doesn't bother me should bother me, and bothers the the fact that I'm not bothered by it bothers me. Yeah, I need to figure out a different way to organize. I don't know what I need. Do I need more storage underneath my desk? I just don't know. I don't know what I need. I need to just like take a day, maybe on one of my days off next weekend, and just organize the crap out of my office here, because I got stuff everywhere. And for those of you who are not sure what I'm referring to, okay, check out my last video, which was a couple weeks ago. This is bothering me. I don't know where I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna put it over here. There we go. Check out my last video. I take my camera down and I kind of show you the disaster that is my office. It has not gotten any better. If anything, it's probably gotten a little worse, because I've accumulated more yarn in the last week. I did clean up a little bit of my desk, but it looks exactly like it did yesterday, so now it's back to that. So anyway, here we are, sitting in our disaster. Yep. Yeah, just finishing the squares for the bag, maybe making more bag. I don't know what I'm gonna do next. Do I want to make another bag with these colors right away, or do I want to finish squares for another bag? I just don't know. I'll show you what. I have to get up and go get it. Let me finish this square and then I'll show you. Let's see. So anyway, it's just a relaxing Sunday. I slept too much. Got a crick in my neck. Well, now my pain's gone though because my Tylenol kicked in. Yeah. I'm I'm gonna do the dishes later. I might vacuum up here. I definitely need to dust because owning pets, I don't know. If you don't own pets, you don't have a dust problem as bad as I do. But owning 2 dogs, you get dust all the time. I have to dust at least once a week, if not more. Because their dander, I'm guessing that's what it's from, is their dander. So, yeah. But yeah, the scraps are taking over the house, and then I dismantled, like the last 2 weeks ago, I dismantled like 2 blankets, and I actually used up a bowl of scraps. I used up, so, here, I'll show you. I lost some. I'm trying not to tip this is full. I made this basket, and this was empty last week. And last Sunday, I emptied this. I used up all the scraps. And this is full of the scraps that came from 2 blankets. So I have to go through this now. So I am making progress. I just keep filling up my bins. Oh God. Nope. We're losing balls here.